So here I have I'm gonna give him an initial of this brother. His initials is CH. You know who you are. So I asked a couple of my like peers and people in my lives, and I was just like, I got this whole YouTube thing going on. I don't know where it's gonna go and anything like that. I'm just taking it one day at a time, literally. And I just like, yo, what would you like to hear? Like, give me an idea, like what topics, whatever. So he sent me the topic was supposed to be like, because of what's going on, he said like loving neighbors in the time of political differences. And we know like this is one of the most I would say like the time in the like I've never seen such a extreme time when it comes to politics, when it comes to our leader and the directions that we want to go with this country. It is an interesting time, and even though people have their differences, we should find a way to like consider, like have like in love, like we don't have to agree, but we want to make sure that we don't say anything or we don't go at somebody too severe, too harshly, because you hear them say something and you just want to jump out the window for whatever reason. So at this time, we have a president, where some people don't say his name, is Donald J. Trump. He is very extreme. His extreme also, though, allows people to see things that they've probably never seen before. Like, nobody thought people would probably think that way. But even if somebody did think like that, it was never really out in the open for people to see or people to experience. So this is like, this is how I take his way. Here's an issue and it's finally out. Like, it's not covered, it's not missed. That's a problem right there. We know what the problem is. So how do we deal with that? Now we're dealing with an issue that's been going on. Without having to hurt or without having to lose lives, let's speak. Why does he talk like that? Why does he speak the way he speaks? Why does he feel the way he feels? Is there a reason? Like, here's the thing. I've heard people say like they won't start doing something or they won't try to improve themselves until somebody say something like, man, you ain't never gonna do that. You can't do that. Man, you trash. And then all of a sudden that person really does it. But a person that's next to them tell them, oh yeah, you could do it. Absolutely. Man, don't worry, you got it. It won't do nothing. But once somebody is there and just shuts them down and just talks down to them, all of a sudden now they're able to move forward and try to improve themselves. So I feel like with Donald Trump, he's forcing this country to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, wow, we have a lot of issues and we got a long way to go. And we don't even know if he really feels that way. He might be like, I'm not saying that he might not really do, I guess some of the things he's like, yeah, but I don't honestly think that I think he's really playing the system for what it is. And he's like, it's a joke. And he's like, I'm going to say everything, I'm going to do everything, and I'm going to show America what this thing is for real. So in this time, which I like, he sent me, who you are, CH, loving neighbors at a time of political differences. So let's not be quick to judge somebody and if somebody says something that you not agree with, and even if somebody says something ignorant, don't get emotional. Don't, jump out the window. Look at it. As much as Donald Trump may have been bad, but a lot of individuals who've been incarcerated feel like, he helped me out. He freed me. A lot of people, it was certain people who gone through certain things. Like, I believe, Kim Kardashian spoke to him and he helped with this one young woman who was incarcerated. And we had a ASAP Rocky and he made a comment. Like, so the guy is not just you know, he's on one instance, he's doing what he's doing, he's saying what he's saying, where you, of course, it's like, whoa, because we've never seen, and a lot of things that he's saying, we've been brushing under the rug, to be honest. With all this is going on, we have to be able. I actually think he's helping to find a cure for all the issues that we've got going on. And if we can find a way not to overreact or don't let our emotions and try to, sift through what he says, because he's not putting a gun, he's not hurting nobody. He has had not rallies. What's those things, like he has had conventions or things where he's trying to promote his political views. He has had things, and he's kind of incited violence and things of that nature, which is not, we don't appreciate it, but let's not let those things, distract us, and where we can't really see, like, all right, man, this is a problem. Why do you feel like, I would like, that's all. We could have sit downs and find a way, if we can communicate with each other, where we can come to clarity. And because a lot of times people have had experiences that get them to that point. Like the first time they tried to understand and they tried to be like, you know what, but then eventually they're like, yo, there's nothing you could do about it. Like, you guys are just animals, or you guys are just ish holes, he said, of certain places and countries and cities and things like that. So he probably tries, like, all right, maybe there's going to be a change. Maybe there's going to be a change. And after that, no change comes. It's like, all right, it's a mess. It's a mess. So he doesn't, now he's saying stuff that now you listening. Before, he tried to have you guys, he tried to help you, try to work with you. But now people want to try to do something. So I really do think that something in that nature, like, yeah, man, with what's going on in politics, and what it's bringing out, what's the things that it's showing and is making us expose, it's what it's exposing us to. Yeah, man, this is like, it's time for us to really deal with our issues face to face, for real. We need to. That's about it, man.